Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Good evening and welcome into the Room to Room Weather Center here at Mississippi Live Weather. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor, and what a hot day it was. I hope you found ways to stay cool, and I hope you know what those were going forward, because that hot forecast is not going anywhere. Looking at our headlines here as we head into the work week, we're talking about lower rain chances for the next several days, but also temperatures getting higher. Rain lower, temps higher. That's the key to the forecast going forward. But what we're also tracking is meteor shower views. It's been a cloudy last couple of days, but we know the Perseid meteor showers happening right now. Not fully peaked just yet, but at least you can walk outside and maybe see a couple. Will we be able to see that tonight? Walking through that forecast here momentarily. But let's go ahead and jump outside. And it's a beautiful day across the region. Smithville showing great sights. You can see a little bit of that starry night. So this is showing that a little hint at the forecast. It's going to be beautiful overnight. 81 degrees though. That's not so beautiful and shows that a warming trend is taking full effect over the next several days. Same thing over towards Greenville. 81 still feels around 88 and it's nighttime. So that shows you that mugginess factor still lingering around, and we're not going to be able to escape it for a while. Our Mississippi Live Weather Radar shows dry conditions across the region. A lot of that shower activity has fizzled off. I want to go back for that 6-hour loop, because watch this storm up there by Corinth. Tried to merge past 45, but once it reached 45, just dissolved on out. But we got some great looks up there around Selmer, Tennessee. So we'll take a look at that photo from one of our weather watchers up in Selmer here in just a moment. But what we're getting across the region is just a much drier forecast. This primary area we are watching is showers out there towards Coleman, Haleyville, basically riding that 278 to 65 corridor, but not moving west, it's moving east away from us, and so not going to see any threat for rainfall overnight. That's a good sign moving forward. We got plenty of rainfall for our Saturday. Looking at our Mississippi Live Weather Radar on an expanded front, you can see where that frontal boundary is still sticking around towards Illinois, Indianapolis, and over there towards Ohio. That's really the main driver in our forecast, and we're too far away from it to get any meaningful rainfall. So for that severe weather risk, fortunately, we're not in that. But it did get very close, especially if that front starts to dip just a little bit more. You can see Sunday, that level 2 risk still sticking around those areas I just mentioned. But by the time we reach towards Monday, look at how close it got. I mean, we're talking about Huntsville, which is about, 60, 70 miles away from us here in northeast Mississippi. So we got fortunate there, but the main threats they're watching are for some strong wind gusts for a few of those isolated showers and storms that do develop by tomorrow afternoon. Now, Tuesday, again, we got lucky with this as that frontal boundary dips more towards the south and east. That level 1 risk still in place for folks in Florida, Georgia, and southeast Alabama. So if you know anyone who went to Panama City or Tallahassee or any coastal region of Florida, let them know that they need to be having their heads up come Tuesday. So not such a good week to be at the beach, right? Well, it seems like we've been saying that for the past several days now, just with how active of a pattern it's been. But it's summer. I mean, good things come with some cost, right? Looking at the first 12, staying dry overnight, but a few isolated showers do try to make an appearance towards the start of our Monday, but still a very dry pattern. This is that frontal boundary that we're watching, and I'm going to expand things out one more time just to kind of see how that's dipping just a bit more. As that cold front expands a little bit more south and that stationary front expands along with it, that's where we're watching for the possibility of some inclement weather in this general area for our Monday, Tuesday, that frontal boundary continuing to dip just a bit more. Where our showers are going to come from is actually this high pressure down there in the south. And this is what we were tracking just about 4 hours ago. 6 o'clock. This Gulf moisture is going to start to move in this clockwise fashion around that high pressure system. And yes, it can get as high as North Mississippi. So how high those showers build and how much is carried into that frontal boundary is what we're watching heading into our Monday morning, Monday afternoon, and Monday evening. So that's why you want to tune in tomorrow at 5, 6, and 10, because we'll get the very latest on those shower chances and just if there will be any relief heading into the extended forecast. And it doesn't look very good, at least not for the primary part of our work week. So Futurecast shows that frontal boundary dipping just a bit, and this is why that severe weather risk is in place from Huntsville all the way out towards the east. This is 3 a.m., and look at how deep that frontal boundary is already. We are actually getting a ridging pattern. So this low is moving a little bit more towards the north, and whenever we get this thing called a ridge, it's an area of high pressure that just dominates our area, keeps us dry, and keeps those skies clear, doesn't allow cloud cover to form too much, and it also just what's the word I'm looking for? Is a dome around that heat. It's a heat dome is what we call it. So there you go. Easy explanation right there. And that's what we could see for midweek of next week, especially with this ridging pattern. So as that low continues to move north and east and this frontal boundary is carried out, that's going to keep our area for the most part dry for the majority of our work week ahead. Monday by lunchtime, maybe trying a few isolated showers wrapping around from the Gulf, and this warm front just moving in that Gulf moisture could see a few at least try to develop. But again, the likelihood is not very high for tomorrow. So go ahead and pack that rain gear, but don't plan on using it for the afternoon, especially the further south and west you are. Your chances are very, very low, unfortunately. So as we head further into our Monday, the next 24 are just looking like 10% chances lingering all through the afternoon. So very isolated chances, as isolated as they come without just being straight up dry. So that's what we're watching, is where those showers pop up, when they pop up, because we do want to view that meteor shower tonight or tomorrow night, or just however, we have about a month still that we could view it. But tonight would be the first night that we've had a clear look at that meteor shower. We'll take a look at that forecast, how long that heat sticks around for, how high those temperatures get, and when that next significant rainfall threat is. All of that coming up in the next 60. Oh, and that's right, you might hear from a very special guest. What's the matter? Happening right after this.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Well, hello from Vancouver, Canada. We are in a temperate rainforest here at the Capliano Suspension Park, high above the forest floor. I frankly think that these series of suspension bridges we're kind of on here reminds me a little bit of what the Ewoks did, or I guess their encampment in Star Wars. But it's kind of a cool area where all of these different structures are actually sort of affixed. The trees up here. It's definitely been a cool experience so far this afternoon in what is a pretty nice environment here, though they do get bouncing around a little bit. The main suspension bridge here extends about 150 feet above the ground. Luckily, the one I'm on, well, it still might be about 100 feet or so, so not quite as scary, but kind of a cool experience nonetheless. We're going to be here in Vancouver for the next couple of days, kind of checking some things out, but certainly today has been a pretty nice day and having some fun. Just kind of experiencing a different type of forest than the ones that we have here in Mississippi and Alabama. For Mississippi Live Weather, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Wapon, reporting here from Vancouver, Canada.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynard.
You know, I don't know about you, but I always enjoy getting to see what Matt's up to, because I had no idea Canada had so much. Thought it was just cold and Yeah, maple syrup, but that might be a stereotype. But yeah, it's just great seeing him have a good time, and we appreciate him sending back that footage of just what he's doing, what he's out in the field doing, and I cannot wait to hear all the stories once you come back, Matt. So enjoy your trip. We'll see you here very soon. And hopefully all of this weather has tapered off when you come back, gives you a little bit of that drier weather, because I know you've had plenty of showers up there in Canada. Jennifer captured this in Selmer, Tennessee. Now, do you remember at 6 o'clock we were tracking a shower moving across the Tennessee state line and said it's going to remain north, not impact Corinth or anyone in northern Alcorn County? Well, it did exactly that. But take a look at this shot in Selmer, Tennessee. Shows that droopy, wispy clouds, and this is just basically a disorganized shelf. We know what shelves look like, that kind of rollover on the front, that barrel on the front. Well, this used to be that before it fizzled on out. But whenever we're talking about a mature thunderstorm, that usually has those rigid edges as those updrafts are dominating it. When it becomes downdraft dominant, it really just starts to become more of a wispy look and those softer clouds. And we're getting exactly that high up in the cloud. You can see on the top left of your screen, but even at the base. So this was a dying thunderstorm, to say the least, but a very intimidating look. I mean, I would definitely take a second look driving down, let's see, what road would this be? Would this be 72? I think it was 45 going north based off of this this trajectory. Sorry, tangent aside, but yeah, just a great shot there, Jennifer. Thank you for submitting that picture. Hopefully that thunderstorm wasn't too much for you as you drove up 45. Jeff in Nettleton captured what a lot of us saw here in North Mississippi. Not only a great sunset, but also those wispy clouds high up in the atmosphere, just basically not blocking that sunshine, but showing off in this, and just like, it looks angelic, right? It's a great shot. So Jeff, thank you for submitting that down there towards Nettleton. And we got a few more sunset pictures, but you know, we have to have a limit. But if you have any pictures that you want to submit, please submit them Mississippi Live Weather. We love showing them off, and especially heading into tomorrow. We know it's going to be a calmer forecast. So what I want you to take a picture of are your temperature readings. You know, what is it reading outside? How hot is it getting? And ways to beat the heat. You know, how are you guys going out in the field and beating it? Is ice cream the way to do it? Is the air conditioning a way to do it? Go ahead and submit those pictures. We want to do some lifestyle graphics for tomorrow. Just walking all of North Mississippi through different ways of beating the heat. So go ahead and do that. We appreciate it so much. And you guys are as much a part of this show, if not more a part of this show, than even us here in the studio. So thank you again for all of our weather watchers out in the field. You guys are amazing, and we appreciate everything you guys do. But let's go ahead and go through what we saw on our Mississippi Live Weather radar. This is looping it back several hours, and there's that shower and storm that, I would say shower at this point, because it just dissolved over Highway 45, showing that it just died over time. So a much calmer pattern into the overnight hours, and a few showers did try to develop there towards Marion County and Lamar County there in Alabama before crossing I-22 and really picking up in strength. I mean, looking at it over the past hour or so, you can see as that tried to climb just a bit, those updrafts became a bit more dominant, and that thunderstorm did mature, but not anything significant over there towards Coleman. As of right now, starting to dissolve on out, daytime heating being taken away. That's a big driver in our forecast, and once that goes away, so do those rain chances. But over the last 12 hours or so, we have seen that rainfall primarily stick across the northeast side of the state. That will be the same forecast for tomorrow, maybe a little bit further south, but a very similar pattern. And that's just a result of that frontal boundary. That's a result of that high pressure system circulating in that Gulf moisture. Those two interactions happening right here on that Corinth, Boonville, Tishomingo, Iuka. That's the primary areas where you'd see the highest chances for rainfall. And that's even like 20 to 30%, not overly high. The further south and west you go, the chances really diminish. So Hollandale, Greenville showing up with 0 to 10%. Enough to have the rain gear in the back seat just in case. It should honestly never leave your back seat in summer. But the odds of you having to use it are very slim. Go ahead and plan on not using it at that point. And that really goes for the entire state, just a heightened chance that over around the northeast side of the state. So day planner through your Monday shows those dry conditions and clear conditions overnight. By the time we get towards the afternoon, cloud cover does try to build with a few isolated showers in place, but that coverage doesn't get anywhere over 20% across the entire northern half of the state. So Futurecast shows exactly that, a dry forecast overnight, and that's how it'll be for the start of our morning as well. You see all the clear conditions, and that is a great sign for any of the meteor shower fans, the Perseids going on right now. We'll walk through specifically what that forecast is, but odds are that it's going to be a good look for tonight if you can wake up early enough tomorrow morning. 7 a.m. as we're all heading out the door for work, and I don't think school's in place right now. Let me know in the comments. I know year-round school might be heading back around this time, so I need to ask my wife, who's a teacher at home. I'll find out tomorrow. But looking at those dry conditions across the region, it'll be a great start no matter what you're doing. Mid to upper 70s for the start of the day. That is a few degrees above average. So those high temperatures, not just going to be impacted, those low temperatures impacted as well with above average trend. So into the late morning, those temperatures are already starting to rise because, I mean, look at how clear it is. That sunshine beaming onto the surface, and that's going to reflect those warm temperatures back up into the atmosphere, and it's just going to be a hot day ahead. Buckle up and stay hydrated throughout the day. By the lunchtime hour, those clouds really start to build, but these are looking on our Futurecast model more like cirrus clouds, which is similar to Jeff's picture in Nettleton, showing us a bit of those cirrus clouds. They're way high up in the atmosphere, very wispy, and do very little to block the sunshine from getting on through. So the warming of the day is going to still be pretty significant, as well as the moisture. So you look at that mugginess value, whenever we get those high-end cirrus clouds, shows you it's a moist environment, and so a lot of that moisture just going to make it feel even worse as we head out the door. By 3 p.m., those isolated showers and storms continue to try to pop up, but look at how isolated they are. That one over in Prentice County does try to linger for just a bit, but then it's just like pop up, next model run, it's gone. So it's sporadic development, not a uniform development, so there's not really one area higher than the other, except for the fact that we're seeing more of those models show up with a lot of showers towards the northeast side of the state rather than the southwest. So that's what we're saying is the higher likelihoods are still towards the northeast, but the chances differ from like 30% or 20%, I'm going to say, north and east, and 0 to 10 down there towards Hollandale and Greenville. That's the spread as we head across the entire north half of the state. High temperatures, though, where it's drier, it's hotter. And that's going to be 97 Greenwood, 97 Belzona, 98 towards Greenville. And this isn't even the hottest it'll be this week. But where that rain-cooled air takes place, we're talking 91 Red Bay, 92 Iuka, and 93 Corinth and Boonville. Heat indices follow that same pattern. Over there in the Mississippi Delta, talking about 110, 111 for feels like, and over here in the Northeast, 102, 103. So still hot and miserable, don't get me wrong, but 102 to 111 is a big difference, and I'm sure the folks getting 102 will appreciate that. So into the overnight hours, those temperatures do start to drop and some relief takes place. A lot of those showers that were trying to pop up definitely start to dissipate overnight, and we're in for a drier forecast overnight. Tuesday morning, starting out dry, but pay attention to the pattern of showers for our Tuesday. And I'm just going to take a step on this side of your screen to walk you through it because there's your hint. It's all happening out there towards Alabama. So we cycle through the day. We're talking 1 to 3 o'clock. A few of those do try to reach Lamar and Pickens County, Alabama, but even that's a stretch. Our forecast really has some rain chances moving in overnight. I'm going to stop blocking the time with my head. But by 6 p.m., those showers still sticking around Birmingham. That's going to be the heightened chances. And Birmingham probably coming in with temperatures in the low 90s, upper 80s. So they're getting that rain-cooled air rather than us here in North Mississippi. We missed it by that much. But that's why that severe weather threat is in place further out towards the south and east, is because that's where the higher activity is. So by 1 a.m., you can see some of this moisture tries to creep into North Mississippi. But we're talking the Alabama state line, the highest chances. Further west you are, I'm so sorry, Mississippi Delta, but more than likely staying on the drier side once again for our Wednesday with those heightened chances back around the Alabama state line. High temperatures, upper 90s across the region, and Greenville, you might be our triple digit. You might be our first triple digit of the year, coming in with 99 Tuesday, and we're still 2 days away. So models usually like to underwhelm some of those outputs, and so by the time we get towards tomorrow afternoon, we could be talking some areas in the triple digits. I hope not, fingers crossed, but that's just how they've trended here recently. And heat indices still showing triple digits across the region. So yes, the heat advisories and extreme heat warnings do expire tomorrow night, but I really expect them to continue into Tuesday and towards your Wednesday. Here's a look at the current heat alerts, and it's going to be those extreme heat warnings for LaFleur, Sunflower, and Boulevard, all the way out towards DeSoto, Tate, and Tunica. Everywhere else, an excessive heat advisory. So it's still going to be hot, but some areas will be hotter and more miserable than others. So take in the cooler weather while you can. I hope you took in Saturday because that's the coolest it'll be for a while. But rain chances, that's going to be diminished with the hot temperatures. And that's why they're hot. I mean, you don't have any of that rain-cooled air taking place. So with the limited rain chances, it also comes with limited cloud cover, which is a perfect forecast for the Persei meteor shower. Looking at that, it happened July 17th, but we were dealing with those isolated showers still sticking around the area, cloudy conditions even into our Sunday before things have finally cleared up, and we're only seeing a 10% chance of rainfall overnight with a mostly clear sky for a large portion of North Mississippi. 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. is our time frame overnight to really view those, but best right around pre-dawn. That's why I said wake up early. We're talking 4 to 5 a.m. You might be able to see a couple of those. We're not at peak just yet. You see peak is by August 12th and 13th, but meteors could be up to 25 meters an hour even tonight. So it's still something to view, still something to try to view for all of our eyes in the sky. Weather watchers, if you snap a shot of a meteor, I want it. Please send it in. I want to see it so bad because I am not patient enough to see any meteors. And we live in the country enough. I think we could see it. So we might try. But there's a look at your extended forecast. And we're really keeping those dry, clear conditions overnight for our Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, really before those clouds really start to build by Wednesday and Thursday, just a bit more. And they really start to build Friday and Saturday with that moisture back in place. And that's one of the things that I'm curious to track tomorrow. We were talking yesterday about rain chances by the end of the week. Those have started to climb just a bit. So I hope that trend does continue for some of that rain-cooled air, currently coming in with about 93. But if those rain chances were to climb just a bit, those temperatures could start to diminish a little bit more. So I'm curious how that trends tomorrow. We'll be able to track that more in detail at 5, 6, and 10 tomorrow evening. Oh man, Ooh, took my words away. There we go. That's the way to wrap at 10 o'clock. But I thank you guys for joining us tonight, Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I hope you guys have gotten everything you need for the week ahead, everything you need to stay informed, and of course, everything you need to stay cool. Water bottles, I have mine by my side 24/7 through those summer days, and then staying cool. Maynard Explainer did it perfectly, talking about doing it in the morning, knocking it out by about 10 a.m. before those temperatures really start to climb. So we'll be looking at more on these temperatures, on rain chances, and of course, a possible relief come towards the end of the work week. Tune in tomorrow, 5, 6, and 10. We cannot wait to see you there, and it's someone's debut tomorrow as well. So you get a fresh face, probably get to see what's the matter. So all of that, a busy Monday, but a fun Monday altogether. Can't wait to see you guys there tomorrow at 5. Have a great night, and we'll see you here at Mississippi Live Weather. And speaking of, if you want to download the app, if you do not have it already and you're watching on YouTube, and you've just been streaming on there, well, there's an easier way to do it. Roku, download it today, search Mississippi Live, don't include the weather, and it'll come up. You can download it today. But iOS and Android, there's your QR code on your screen to take you to the nearest app store to download that app today. The stream is on there 24/7, and of course, all the information you need for the work week ahead, forecasts, models, including live radar, and a 7-day. So that's everything you need to know, right? Well, it's right at the palm of your hands. Whenever you want it, scan that QR code on your screen, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 5.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.